Hello, hello. Welcome to February's Pick a Card Love Reading. Sorry about the noise. Red is getting settled. I hosted a cacao ceremony this morning, and so much energy is moving and flowing here, and it feels so good, so delicious. I wanted to take advantage of the flow and do this reading for you. So, yeah, before we drop in, just a few things. I'm going to create some times and drop them below. So you can pick your card 1, 2, 3. And once you pick your card, you can go to the designated time for that reading. If you desire to go deeper into your healing, deeper into what's going on for you, what needs to happen for energy to shift and align. Okay, so I got the animal cards out, and my animals are totally doing a thing as we are arriving here. So the camera moving, that was the cat getting on the table and then also rubbing against the camera, just letting you know what's happening in real life over here. And um it actually feels relevant because there's a way that we can go up and out to try to reach for the things that we want or to connect to the things that we want, and it feels like the medicine wants to really bring us here, right? So of course, yes to connecting to divine love. Yes to we're connected to all things, all is one. And this is also about like earthly love, getting into the body, right? And really opening our hearts, opening our bodies to receive the love that is available for us in this time, in this lifetime. Okay. So that's what we're doing here in this reading. Okay, so if you want to go deeper, um 90-day container. And also I host these prosperity ceremonies, which include a cacao ceremony. So if that interests you, reach out to me. They are quarterly. So um, reach out to me and I can put you on the list so that you know when the next one is. All right. So before we dive in, I want to just take a few breaths together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me, trusting the medicine that led here. Okay. I'm going to get the cat. Hmm. And this is my sweet Leo. He is a heart shaman. So, do you see his heart? He is my lover. He is my heart shaman. Um, for those of you who are new to my space, I found Leo when I was in actually a program called Magic School. I had just signed up for Magic School, and he was about 4 weeks old. I found him in our shed and I bottle fed him and his brother. There was another third kitten that had already died. And when I brought Leo to the vet to get neutered, he escaped. And this was about 40 minutes or so from my house. This is a true love story. This was about 40 minutes from my house, and it broke my heart. And my partner at the time, he was so angry with me for the cat escaping. Um, and I was actually in a shamanic container. So I did magic school, and then the following year, I did a program called Philosophia, which was an 11-month deep dive with plant medicine. And so we had our first ceremony, and then I was bringing Leo to the vet. And so, yeah, so it shattered my heart. It literally broke my heart that my sweet kitty ran away. And I would go to the site sometimes daily, and I handed out flyers, put up flyers, and connect in the energetic realm. And one day, it was in February. In February, I one morning I got the intuitive nudge. I needed to take my power back, call my power back, and I did a meditation, and I received a text message and phone call and said, "I think I found your cat." Relationship, falling in love again, moving to Alabama, Ken getting in an accident, and now we have a camper, and Leo is a he lives in the camper with us. He goes on trips with me. He is just like soaking it in. Do you notice? He loves getting acknowledged and receiving the love. So I'm grateful for him and his medicine today. Okay, so let's dive in to you and your reading and your healing that's available for you today. So if you picked card number 1, what do you think, Lee? Okay. Number 1 is the whale. The whale is all about going deep. And there is an emotional energy here. There's an emotional depth, but also like a grace and a sturdiness. And so when this card comes forward, I feel like you're being called into the emotional realm and deeper into your own emotional healing. What I'm also feeling is, or some of the things that you feel, possibly even the way that you love. And it feels like there's an invitation for you to reclaim those parts and those places in yourself. And I'm going to pull a couple cards for us to go a little deeper. So I'm going to use the tarot deck. Okay, so this is the Empress. So she is pregnant. There's creative energy here. And I just looked at the time and it's 10:23, which was that's my birthday. So, this is one of my magic areas. One of my gifts is really helping people open to their own emotions, but to the energy that is desiring to flow through them, through their emotional experience. So, you know, there's this way that we put our emotions or our experience in a container, and the truth is emotions are energy in motion. There is a creative energy that is in emotions, and it moves through emotions, through energy in motion. And so when you are not giving yourself the space or the permission to fully let this energy move through you, one, you're shutting down your creative force. And two, you're shutting down your ability to magnetize and allow life to create through you. Calling in a partner, right? We need that energy. We need that creative force, that magnetism. Um, yeah, let me just pull one more. Death and rebirth. There's something that you need to die to, an identity or a belief, a story, in order for you to step into this next level of intimacy and love that you're desiring, but that is also available for you. Whether you are in a relationship right now or you're wanting to call in a relationship, yeah, there's sort of this personal process that you are navigating and being called into so that you can deepen into this next layer of love. This process, this initiation, it involves deep emotions and being willing to turn towards them, go through them, feel them, experience them. Okay, I don't want you to claw my leg. The squirrels are on the top of the camper. So we have so much animal energy moving here. And if you have going on in your external world, there's probably a lot going on in your internal world as well. And allow yourself to get present to that, right? Start deepening into what's going on internally. And that is going to create opening in your external world. Okay, so that's what I got for you for card number one. And, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Um, this isn't going to speak to everyone. So if it doesn't resonate with you, just move on. Okay. That might be part of your medicine too. Like, you don't have to be for everyone. So not everyone is going to be open to emotional connection. Not everyone is going to be able to hold space for your emotional experience, right? And that is okay. Everyone doesn't have to be available. Everyone doesn't have to be open to it. When you make the decision that you are worth it, you will call in the people or the situations, right, that you need to be able to move through and let the energy flow through you. Spirit will never give you more than you can handle. And, when we are in a deep soul process or a big emotional process, we will never, like, one of my fears has always been like, oh my God, what if, you know, this thing comes forward and I can't handle it, or the person that I'm with can't handle it. The thing, the truth is, we're never going to be given something that we can't handle or that we're not ready for. Okay. So rest into that reassurance. And you can also make that a prayer, you know? So if somebody's really not available, you're not going to let yourself go there. That's part of your instincts. Trust that. If you're not able to open to a certain place within yourself with certain people, that's also information. Trust it. You know, you may need to put yourself in a different environment. to create some safety for yourself, some support. Um, so, yes. Okay, card number 2, the unicorn. So, I'm feeling a couple different things. One, really leaning into your magic, but two, there's like an authentic expression here, like just letting yourself be free. What are the places where you're caging yourself in, where you are maybe suppressing a part of you or trying to tame or dull a part of you? Just to let it be, kind of like the cat rubbing up against the computer, right? You know, there's there's been times where I would have wanted to just like erase the video and start over. This is part of my life. This is part of who I am. This is part of my reality. So, here I am sharing what is true, what is real, what is raw, what is authentic in the moment. That is who I am. This is inviting you to claim more of who you are, more of your authentic truth, more of your authentic expression. If you are an emotional being, like number one, let yourself claim that. I went through that a couple of weeks ago where I found myself in this place of I was in a deep cleanse, purge, and I kept like feeling like I should be doing some things, but then there was a part of me that really knew that I needed to just lean back and rest and nourish myself and let myself go through the emotional purge. And it wasn't until I finally surrendered to the emotional purge, to the thing, then I was able to move through the emotions. And then I got to this new rebirth, right? So let yourself claim the fullness. And, there might be a little bit of a death rebirth in that, but it's really important and it's needed for you to attract the love that you're really desiring. And that love can be in a romantic relationship, or maybe it's just, in your business from clients. It's like you want to attract more authentic connections and deeper connections with your audience. And let's just see if there's anything else wanting to come through. Okay, King of Cups. So the King of Cups, he's calm. You can see there's like a certainty, there's a calmness, there's a sureness, and also this confidence of no matter what happens, you've got it, right? You can handle it. When we have this within, and whenever we trust that no matter what's happening, um like whatever's wanting to move through us, if somebody responds to that, when you trust that you can handle their response field, it's not about fighting the response. It's not about um like not caring what people think or what people feel about you, but it's knowing that you can be present with it from a deep internal place. And when that happens, there's a field of love that's created. And then the last card that came for you is the Fool. So there's an innocence here, connecting back to your innocence, connecting back to just that unapologetic play, um, trusting what's flowing through in the moment, not judging it, not needing to control it, right? So I had all of this energy flowing through me from the prosperity ceremony, and I really wanted to record this video. And I actually brought everything outside because I was going to record it outside. And then I realized it was too hot. Yeah, it's crazy. It's February 1st and it's probably 75 degrees outside. And so my computer was getting too hot and it wasn't going to work. So I brought everything back inside and dropped in. So it's not perfect, but the energy is here. And because the energy is here, it's flowing. And that's actually what matters. And when we're in that flow of that, just being aligned and being connected to your heart, your soul, your essence, your quirkiness, right? And letting it be, there's sort of this sacred fool energy, letting it be innocent, letting it be playful, not knowing what you don't know, being willing to let go of what you do know to experience something new. That is a big edge as well. Being willing to let go of what you do know or what you think you know. And this can be about people, about situations, whether it's in business or in a relationship. We create these heart walls because we're afraid that the same thing's going to happen again. I did this video and nobody liked it, so I'm afraid to do another video. Or last time I showed up in the moment and I just did the thing, you know, nobody watched the video, so I don't want to do that again. The thing is, when we're doing something with an attachment, then we're not in this energy, the King of Cups energy. So if you're attached, how can you let go of the attachment and get back to just doing it because it fucking feels good? Because you want to, right? It's for you. It's for in service of spirit. It's in service of life, of allowing life to flow through you and saying yes to life. So, um, yeah, that is the Fool. And what's coming to me is, after I ended a 10-year relationship, I took a few months, to myself to really pull inward and to reconnect to my body and to cultivate space for myself. Some people would say that that's not enough time, and that there could be so much judgment around that. And I really was feeling this energy of wanting to play, wanting to explore, wanting to meet new people and not hop into a relationship, but find myself in relationship to new people, right? So new experiences. Like I hadn't dated in over 10 years. And so who am I? Like in relationship to dating, that was one of my explorations. It required the full energy, a willingness, right? To just, I have no idea, to play, to flow. So, yeah, I'm going to be hosting a manifesting challenge of sorts this month in my Facebook community, Soul Inspired Success, and it's completely free. So if you want to manifest more abundance and just play, I'd love for you to join us. Okay, so pile number 3, the buffalo. So, what I'm feeling from this card is like a deep soul initiation and calling. It's like this deep soul knowing. And it's like, you know where you're being guided, you know what you're being called to do. And feels like you're being called to listen to that, to anchor into your heart. The back of my heart is really itching. Anchor into your body and listen to where you're being guided. And then your next card is the Hierophant. So there's some spiritual lessons here. It feels like an initiation. Um, yeah, it could be a little uncomfortable. Like I noticed myself, it's like my back is itching, the cat. I feel a little uncomfortable. My head, I notice my mind is like a little crunchy. Allow yourself to drop deeper. Notice all of those things, the discomfort. Breathe into your heart. Mhm. Yeah, and just see like what is it that you know deep in your heart? What is your heart wanting to tell you or offer you? And then the card that came forward is the 9 of Cups. I feel like there's a little bit of a taking a risk. I want to look up this specific reading for the 9 of Cups, but what's coming to me is allowing yourself to take a risk. And it's okay, if you need support in that, allow yourself to get support. That is okay. So, the 9 of Cups, gifts from the universe, choosing joy, manifested dreams, gratitude, abundance, stepping into alignment with purpose, using all of your gifts. So, it was actually reversed when I pulled it. Delayed gratification, unfulfilled desires, manifested dreams, unmanifested dreams, greed blocking your path, not appreciating the simple things in life, a need to find the rocket fuel of positivity and optimism. So, when we aren't receiving what we want right away, or when we're in kind of a crunchy, uncomfortable place, it can be really challenging to go into that shadow side, right, of this card. To me, this feels like taking a risk to open your heart, even though you are feeling crunchy, even though You might be kind of frustrated or feeling unsatisfied or unfulfilled. Letting yourself still take a risk. And that risk might be feeling your emotions, right? Or that risk might be letting yourself just be alone and saying, like, no, I actually need some alone time. That risk might be going out if you tend to go more towards alone time. It might be actually putting yourself in a place where you're around people, but taking a risk, doing it. It might require a little bit of, and was going through something and you were gonna support her, and you're like, "No, come on, we're gonna go out." You may need to be that girlfriend for yourself. This doesn't mean fake it till you make it. This doesn't mean sit on your mat and think positive, but it does mean doing the things that you don't really wanna do because they're good for you, okay? Leaning towards what is good for you. So even though there's a dissatisfaction, still choosing the thing that's going to lead to long-term satisfaction. So short-term satisfaction versus long-term satisfaction. You may want to look at that and let's choose long-term satisfaction. So, you know, you might be hemming and hawing about not feeling good in your body. Well, it's going to take a little bit of work, right? To shift that energy to feel good in your body. And that's going to start with maybe drinking water, maybe moving your body, maybe eating a certain way or taking certain foods out of your diet. If you want the long term satisfaction, you have to be willing to do these things out of love for yourself. And, it's the same thing with business. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. If you want the long term satisfaction, you have to be willing to get a little bit uncomfortable, to do the uncomfortable thing, to take a risk. Um, the same thing in love. There's going to be places where things get a little hot, where, you know, there's patterns or programming where we might want our partner to be over it in a day, or we might want to be over it in a day. Sometimes it's going to take longer, and you have to be willing to be in it for the long haul. And if you want the long term satisfaction, like sit in the discomfort and do the uncomfortable thing to get to the next place. Okay, so I hope this resonates. And if it doesn't, throw it away. It's totally okay. Um, like I said, if you want more, you can schedule a free prosperity activation call with me. And then also, I'll link the ways that I'm currently working with clients if you want to learn more about that. And also, you can join my free Facebook community, Soul Inspired Success. And like I said, this month, February, it's 111. This month in February, we're doing a Manifest Abundance sort of challenge where each week I'm going to be sharing some prompts, and then we're going to have free live healing calls where I'm going to be offering live support. So if you're interested in that, join the Facebook community and then you'll know exactly when the calls are and whatnot. I'm sending you so much love. Um, Last thing, if you like this, please like the video, like my channel, share or comment below. That way I know that you're enjoying it and I can keep doing these readings. I'm sending you so much love.